It's time for a tale about a white-haired man that you all know well. He tried to be good, but being good's for cucks. This world rewards evil, so he lost all his fucks. Now he revels in watching the fall of mankind, searching the nets for all he can find, and the dirty sex he pours tune in to behold the birth of the world's most evil show. It's time for the evil dusty show. It's time for the evil dusty show. You're all gonna die, there's no reason for hope. It's time for the evil dusty show. It's time for the evil dusty show. It's time for the evil dusty show. You're all gonna die, there's no reason for hope. It's time for the evil dusty show.
You're all gonna die. There's no reason for hope. Welcome to the world's most evil show. It's the Dusty Show, and got my purge mask on because it's time to fucking purge! Burn this motherfucker down! It's time to go to goddamn nuts! Bring out your blow torches, your flamethrowers! Fuck everything about this! Just kidding, calm down, it's gonna be fine, we're gonna be fine. Don't freak out, everybody. So, something bad happened. Something real fucking bad happened. Worst case scenario happened. And at least you guys were prepared for it. Somebody, some evil, white-haired motherfucker prepared you in advance for the very real possibility that Donald Trump was going to win. People were like, Dusty, you just won't accept that Kamala Harris is going to win. And I'm like, I'll accept it if she fucking wins. But the odds-on favorite, I continuously told you day in and day out, was Donald Trump. He had the wind at his back. I figured this might be coming, so I tried to prepare you so you weren't too destroyed by it, depressed by it, despondent by it, even though I know it's hard to be cool with basically the end of America as we fucking know it. Even more embarrassing than the first time, because the first time we knew a little bit, but we didn't know how bad it was going to be, how narcissistic the orange goof was, how corrupt he was, all the crime. We didn't know, but now we know, and we voted anyway. Now that he's been convicted of sexual assault, rape, now that we know he was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, we know now, and we still voted, folks. We hate women that much. We would rather have this orange criminal in the fucking White House. And got a lot of people that messaged me. Said, Dusty, I've enjoyed your show over the last few years. Thank you. But I'm now unsubscribing, unfollowing every political person that I followed, and I'm giving up, and I'm checking out, and I just can't do this anymore. And I understand where you're coming from. To be honest with you, part of me doesn't want to do this anymore. I've been doing YouTube for 20 years now, almost 20 years, for the last, 7, 8, been doing this show. And fought tooth and nail every day, put so much time, almost the entirety of this channel for the last 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, whatever, has been dedicated to trying to stop Trump from getting elected, trying to stop fascists from taking over, Christian nationalists, theocracy from taking over. I've lost so fucking much. I lost a huge portion of my audience coming out against Trump. I've lost how many hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I continue to fight. I continue to fight. And there's a part of me that feels like giving up. There's a part of me that feels like, what's the point? You didn't accomplish nothing. They won. They beat you. The worst people on the fucking planet won. Why are you even fucking bothering? But folks, that's only a small part of me that feels that way. The bigger part wants to fight like hell more than I've ever fought. That's what happens when I lose. It makes me more determined than ever to win. And just because you lose, folks, doesn't mean you're a loser. What makes you a loser is quitting. The only way you'll ever succeed is to fail your way to success. So I'm not going to quit. It makes me think back to the people that lived in Nazi Germany who weren't Nazis when the Nazi party was fucking elected. I'm sure glad those people who resisted didn't lay down. I'm glad they were like, oh, well, the Nazi party won. I guess it's over. We might as well just not do anything. To be honest with you, this is an opportunity. We have an opportunity to be great now. The universe has provided us obstacles to overcome. Imagine if the Avengers never had Thanos. They'd just be sitting around, never had the opportunity to become the heroes they were. It took adversity to bring them together to overcome it. And that's the way I'm feeling, folks. Each and every one of us has an opportunity to resist, to be great. Greatness is something that happens to you by your hardships. So fuck no. I understand the sentiment about wanting to give up, fold. Fuck that. Not until I'm in the goddamn grave. We just lost the battle, folks, and yeah, it's a big battle, and it's a tough one, and there's going to be serious fucking ramifications. But there's going to be another battle, and we have to prepare for it right fucking now. And hopefully next time do a little better. You need another political party. I don't have any political party, but yes, we do need another political party in this country. We need to reform the Democrats. That's for fucking sure. Every one of them needs to be goddamn fired. Every one of them. I love Bernie. We're going to suck Bernie's dick. Fuck them all. AOC, get them all out of there. Fuck them all. They're all feckless. Party of fucking pussies. Drown them in the goddamn river. Theoretically. Metaphorically. I'm too old for this. I need to find another country to live in. Hell no. I ain't never fucking leaving, man. This is my country. Well, I mean, this is most of the Native American countries, but my people stole it fair and square, and I ain't leaving just because some other motherfucker want to steal it from me. Hell no. Much harder to steal from fucking me. Dems are done. It shouldn't be this way, though, folks. I remember, I told you guys a story before, but I remember after the Iraq War, after the Republicans lied to us and spent $5 trillion to kill 1 million innocent people. And I thought to myself, well, this is horrific. We are a horrible terrorist country. But at least if there's a silver lining to come out of this, at least the Republicans are done and they will never, ever fucking win again. That was young, naive, 30-year-old Dusty. And then when January 6th happened, I was like, well, this is fucking horrible. This is the most disgusting thing for democracy I've ever seen, but at least it means Donald Trump won't ever get elected again. At least this is over for him. So just goes to show you, folks, it don't fucking matter. This country is too goddamn dumb. We're too stupid. We're too uneducated. And I don't even really blame the populace that much. It's capitalism, to be honest with you. Capitalism makes everybody to where they're working their fingers to the bone just to get by. They have to go to their job and slave and work and deal with the stresses of work. And then they have to go take their kids to daycare, pick them up, go grocery shopping, get home, try to cook a little meal, maybe watch an hour or two of fucking television before you have to shut your eyes for a few hours and get up and do the whole goddamn thing the next day. Nobody has even any time to research anything to know what the fuck's going on. Even if they wanted to, and most of them don't. To most people, reading is fucking boring. So it's just a country of goddamn morons. Literally, Donald Trump figured he could lie his way into the White House, and he did with the most ridiculous lies. Oh, they're taking your kids at school and they're changing their sex. Just so stupid. Oh, when you have a baby, they can kill it after it's born. Just who would believe that? But they did, folks, I guess. Or they didn't care because they don't want a woman president. Whatever. But this is who we are as a people. Whatever respect I had for America is gone. But it's really not because America changed. It's just because it finally revealed itself, who we really are as a people. It just showed me that my respect was never earned to begin with. It was always foolish. Don't do that, cat. Don't do that. Stop. Stop it. Cat's trying to chew through my mouse, trying to ruin the show. Donald Trump supporter, Cat. No, you don't. Not today, Satan. So, anyway, this show is going to be a little different tonight. We are going to basically almost exclusively cover the election. What went down, the fallout, the aftermath, the feelings from both sides. But as always, super chats are enabled if you want to super chat and reward me for putting on the world's greatest evil show. Click the dollar sign on here and then donate money. Lots of it. I need your money, folks. And I'll read your words at the end of the show. We're going to read them all at the end of the show. No halftime tonight, all at the end. So do it to it. Help out me and the floating cats if you want to, if you're able. Thank you. And all right, let's go ahead and kick it off, folks. Starting off with before the election. You better not be chewing up my goddamn mouse. I love this fucking mouse. It helps me snipe so many children on New World. They just cry, oh my God, you're cheating. Fuck you, kid, die. Don't ruin my mouse. It's one of these lightweight motherfuckers. It's so lightweight, y'all. It's got a honeycomb design. It weighs nothing. Just glides around. You can snipe motherfuckers in the face. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Before the election, folks, MAGA was doing their terrorism. This guy won, folks. This guy. Cop, Florida, cultist assaulted 2 pro-Harris women. The man, 71-year-old Stuart James McMillan, was at the corner of Fish Honk Crossing, where deputies say he got into an altercation with 2 women over a political disagreement. He grabbed them by the throat, punched them. And today he's celebrating because he won. He beat us. He owned the libs. Meanwhile, 2 Georgia polling places were evacuated after bomb threats. I guess these were polling places that black folks are more likely to vote at. So they're trying to scare them away, make them not fucking vote. Typical shit. And guess who was behind it? Yeah, I bet you can't guess, folks. I bet you can't guess who was behind this.
Threats at polling places that we've heard about, one bomb threat. Have you heard of any other verifiable threats at any polling places?
We've heard some threats that were of Russian origin.
Oh, really?
And so I don't know how to describe if that's viable. We don't think they are, but in the interest of public safety, you always check that out. And
so it turns out the Russians were behind it, trying to divide our country, trying to scare people off from voting, and they won, folks. The Russians won. The Russians fucking won. Vladimir Putin won. Vladimir Putin is the co-president of our country right now. All the people around the world that hate our country, want to cheapen us, tear us down, belittle us, humiliate us, they fucking won. I can't sugarcoat that for you. I won't do it. It's one thing that those of you who watch the show know is that I just try to give it to you fucking straight how it is. And as I told you in the last show, Elon Musk, right before the election, had been given an opportunity to go on Joe Rogan's podcast, the largest podcast in the world, and shill for Donald Trump. But before I show you a small clip from that, let us not forget what Rogan used to be. When this bald fuck tells you he didn't leave the Democratic Party left him, that he hasn't changed, the Democratic Party changed. He changed.
If Michelle Obama runs, she wins.
She's good.
She's great. She's the wife of the best president that we have had in our lifetime. I've never voted right-wing in my life. I consider universal basic income a really good idea. I want free college education.
Take it easy.
Hello, Bernie.
How are you, Joe?
Wonderful. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I like Tulsi and I like Bernie. That's it.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody else can eat shit.
Look at you, fucking progressive.
Yeah. I think I'll probably vote for Bernie. I think he's looking out for the interests of the working people. And I think he wants people to have a better life and do better. And I'm all for that. And if that means I have to pay more in tax, like people think, oh, you're a socialist. I've heard people say that. Oh, you're a fucking socialist, bro. Like, first of all, he's not even a socialist. He's a democratic socialist. It's a different thing. I would like to spend more in taxes if they could fix inner city communities and take these poor neighborhoods and throw a fuckload of them. Spend more, you fucking Republican piece of shit. 87% of scientists said that human activity is driving global warming. I'm very pro-choice. I'm very women's rights, civil rights, gay rights, trans rights. I'm even universal health care. Obviously, this protected status is driving me crazy. This thing that Trump's doing with children that were born in other countries and then brought over here as children, and then they're talking about deporting them. That drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
that kind of shit. And the hard right version of that is despicable. These people that I see online, why didn't they apply for citizenship? Oh, who knows? Maybe because they're fucking 13. I don't give a fuck if they broke the law. You don't take parents and kids and separate them. You just fucking don't. You know Alonzo?
No, who's that?
A funny comedian.
Yeah.
He goes, not all Donald Trump supporters are racist, but all racists are Donald Trump supporters.
He definitely awakened that side.
But the January 6th thing is important.
See, it is important, but is it the 6 months later? Should be the ruling number one conversation of journalists?
I think it's really important. And one of the reasons why I think it's important because it highlights the reasons why a guy like Donald Trump is so fucking dangerous. Is because a guy can incite a bunch of morons to do something really fucking stupid. As far as trans people, some trans people listening to this, I got nothing but love for you. For everybody. And in fact, Eddie Izzard is one of my all-time favorite guests.
Oh, I love Izzard.
The right-wing thing is just an easy way to dismiss me because I'm not right-wing. I can't recommend your book, Race Matters.
Not right wing, and I took so much shit over the last 5 years calling out all the obvious signs that Joe Rogan was a Republican right-wing dickhead. Dusty, why are you saying that? Joe Rogan likes Bernie Sanders. He is on the left. Fuck all y'all. You guys are so bad at judging people's characters. It's fucking amazing. It's not that I'm a fucking genius. It's that these people are obvious. It's like they're made of glass. You can see right the fuck through them. I think sometimes people just want to be fooled, right? They don't want to believe what they see with their own eyes. But then he had Elon Musk on. Here's a small clip where they're talking about Operation Warp Speed. That's Donald Trump's plan to make a vaccine, which he did, which he's taken credit for, bragged about continuously. He did that. So now Joe Rogan and Elon Musk is going to tell us how dangerous Operation Warp Speed was, how they did this experimental vaccine and just injected all kinds of people with it. We have no idea what's in it. One of the most evil things ever perpetrated on Americans, so obviously let's immediately elect the guy who fucking did it.
You guys had no strategy for dealing with it if it got out? And so you have to like make up this new vaccine in like record.
Okay, actually we had a strategy. We had a pandemic response team that was specifically put in place to handle it if a pandemic broke out, and Donald Trump disbanded them and fired them all right before the pandemic happened. Strange that you're not mentioning that, but go ahead.
Have to like make up this new vaccine in like record time, Operation Warp Speed, release it to the people with very little testing. It's fucking crazy.
It was crazy.
The whole thing's crazy, and everybody just went along with it.
Looney Tunes next level.
Well, the psyop was fascinating to watch people step in line.
That's like one of the biggest ops of all time.
Of all time. And everybody got in line, and when...
Yeah, especially Trump and all the Republicans, because he's the one that did it. But yeah, folks, they're killing you with the vaccine. Let's put the guy who was so stupid he got fooled into doing that right back in the White House. And so the next day, the great and powerful Elon Musk, gag. If it wasn't for him, we'd be fucked. What are you talking about? No, we wouldn't. We'd be much better off without Elon Musk. He makes what I think is the most compelling case for Trump you'll hear. He porky pigged it for 2 hours. Can't form a goddamn sentence. Just lied his fucking way through, unchallenged by weakling, pathetic, sissy pussy Joe Rogan, and I'm talking about intellectually. And I agree with him every step of the way. I'm sure you do. Lick that rich man's asshole more, you bald fuck. For the record, yes, that's an endorsement of Trump. Enjoy the podcast. Yeah, shocking, folks. I told you the first election, he was cheering for Trump. He cheered for Trump again, endorsed him. And right before the election, people were coming out and just saying why they wanted Donald Trump to win. They're not making any bones about it. They're not trying to hide it. They're specifically telling you. Like this clip.
But I want to know how it is you voted for Donald Trump when you're so into facts, because his entire campaign is not based in facts. It was all based in propaganda and emotion.
I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only. His policies, if implemented, would slow the dispossession of whites in the United States. If he were to deport all illegal immigrants, if he were to think very hard about letting in any Muslims. All of this would slow the rate at which whites are becoming a minority.
Why are you so worried about the white dispossession of America?
Because I want my people to survive. Is that so strange? We don't control China. We don't control any place where whites are not a majority. And if we become a minority, we will not control our own destiny anymore.
I grew up in this country as a minority, as the children of immigrants. I was their first child born in America. And while I didn't have much possession or didn't much control, I really enjoyed myself. And I think that if you ask a lot of Americans, they would say that I had a lot to offer this country. You know, according to you, I guess I would be perpetuating the dispossession of white America.
That is true. That is true.
Would you say that you wouldn't want me in this country?
At some point, when my ancestors built this nation, they did not build it with the intention of giving it away to Mexicans or Chinese or Haitians or to anyone else.
Do you consider, you keep saying your ancestors built this country, you consider that a fact?
Who else built it?
Black people, Native Americans, Chinese people who came and built the railroads.
Do you think none of that could have been
Italian people?
But they're Europeans, aren't they?
He's about to say, you think we could have done that? Yeah, you might have could have, but you fucking didn't. If you didn't do it, don't pretend like you fucking did it just because you could have done it. Lots of shit I could have done that I don't pretend to have done. But not even trying to hide it, folks. Voting for Donald Trump strictly for the racism. And we are doomed. We are absolutely fucking doomed. So Donald Trump is the one that bragged that he was going to put multiple justices on the court and they were going to overturn Roe versus Wade. It's guaranteed to happen, he said. Then after it happened, he bragged about doing it. He took full credit for it. So then they go out and ask college kids, why are you voting for Trump? She likes him because he doesn't plan to ban abortion, folks. I'm already rubbing my eyebrows off.
And I like that he didn't actually plan to ban abortion. He just brought it back to the States.
Yeah, he didn't ban abortion. He just let the states ban abortions. I love that. I love that he only partially banned abortion. Just so doomed. Here's another one that wasn't going to vote for Trump, but watermelon head Charlie Kirk and his all gums talked him into it.
I spoke to one young man who actually told me he was on the fence, but it was Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA who have been in and around this campus sharing the message of Donald Trump that ultimately pushed him over. And he said it's one of the reasons we're seeing all those Make America Great Again hats on campus, because they brought them and distributed them to the students here. Katie?
Man, I do not know what we're going to do about this young man issue. We're going to talk about it later on in the show, but we have a serious problem with young men in this country right now. Inundated with far-right nonsense, Fortran, toxic troll mentality. So outnumbered. I told you guys this repeatedly that I've never seen it like this, where it seems like the deck is stacked against us so fucking heavily. And it was. It was. I called it out. I reported it. And it happened pretty much like I said it was going to, unfortunately. And I can't believe that Destiny's sage advice didn't work. Destiny, before the election, said if Kamala ends up winning, the entire far left, the commies, tankies, the Hamas supporters, read anti-genociders, just the ones who want Israel and America to stop murdering children, we're the Hamas supporters, need to be fucking jettisoned from the party. Oh, okay. We don't need them to win elections. Oh, you don't? We can turn out our own base. Why didn't you, bitch? And they are an absolute fucking cancer to be associated with. The Democrats got 20 million less votes this time. Like 20 million. 20 million, motherfucker. 20 million. That's what you pushed away. You sack of fucking shit. 20 million. And basically, this is America. Here's your brain. No thanks, I'm American. We don't need a brain. We have emotions. We have feelings. We don't need facts. And then the election happened, folks. First off, Donald Trump and his wife, Melania, went to vote. And some people were pointing out, who that? That's not Melania. She looking different? I don't know. He got a body double for Melania. I'm just joking, of course. Doesn't look like her from that angle. That doesn't look like Melania. Okay, it's fine. I'm sure it is. Why would he hire a body double to be his wife and wear glasses so you couldn't tell? That's not her. Is that her? What is going on? Anyway, it's her. It's her. So people were like, that ain't her. I ain't into that conspiracy theory. I ain't going to play with it too much. And then Trump was immediately on his True Social trying to do election fraud or claim election fraud. A lot of talk about massive cheating in Philadelphia. Law enforcement coming. Basically, he is trying to intimidate black folks with these messages. He multiple times mentioned that law enforcement are going to show up to polling places. He's trying to scare them away. Be afraid they come harass you. They're cheating in Philadelphia. And then he won. And the next thing you know, Donald Trump withdraws claims about mass voter fraud in Pennsylvania. Everything looked fine to me. Yeah, I won. Everything was cool. I was just lying. I was just making that up to scare people so I'd have it out to claim the election was stolen if I lost. Meanwhile, Florida voted. They voted against abortion rights and they voted against legal weed. Good. You don't fucking deserve legal weed, Florida. I hope you're all bored as fucking shit as you slide into the goddamn ocean. Fuck your penis state. And all the worst people won, folks, over and over and over again. It was literally the worst case scenario, a red tsunami. Ted Cruz won. He beat his much more intelligent, much more able competition because Texans suck. Boebert even won. They fucking reelected Lauren Boebert. She even changed districts. The new district voted for Lauren Boebert, folks. Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene, they both won. This Botox nightmare. This is who Florida reelected, folks. Underage sex trafficker Matt Gaetz. Highest political body in the land. Sure, why not? And the next thing you know, I was doing this last night, folks. Some people said I was drunk. Fuck y'all. I don't even drink. Did a 2-hour live election coverage last night. Went incredibly, if I do say so myself. But this came up. Yeah, Trump easily won, folks. Not only did he beat the shit out of Kamala in every way, he won the popular vote. It wasn't even close. He won every single swing state, 100% of the swing states. Once again, the pollsters were incredibly fucking off in every way. This was not close. He has a very clear mandate now for the American people. We know who you are. We know what you said. Do it. Do it, Donald Trump. You have carte blanche to do whatever the fuck you want to. We knew you were going to be a dictator, and we voted for you to be a dictator. That's what America said loud and clear. And believe me, Donald Trump has heard your wishes, America. You're going to get exactly what you wanted, America. I hope you're fucking ready for it. Yeah, and it's interesting that all of a sudden fraud is no longer a concern. Huh? Everybody was still in the election. There's fraud all over the place, and suddenly he wins. Crickets! I guess what happened was the first time when Donald Trump was in office, the Democrats somehow evilly stole the election from him. But now the Democrats are office, they somehow lost the ability to steal the election. That makes sense. Don't think about it. And this is Donald Trump on the cover of Vanity Fair today, looking ghastly. 34 felony counts, 1 conviction, 2 cases pending, 2 impeachments, 6 bankruptcies, 4 more years. The 47th president, the most American president we've ever had in this country by far, by far, by far. There is no better representation for America than Donald Trump. And no, that's not a good thing. That's not meant to be positive. But it's meant to be real. There has never been a more American president than this man, a make-upped billionaire, thin-skinned, loudmouth braggart who was all in it for him fucking self, who does nothing but fill his staff with nepotism, corruption, and greed. Can't get fucking better for us than this gentleman right here. Then he declared victory. He actually gave a pretty good victory speech, in my opinion. It was fine. Here's a little bit of it.
Look what happened. Is this crazy? But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before. Nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president.
How is this real right now? This is so fucking surreal. What a nightmare. I'm on the Truman Show. I gotta be. This guy's an actor. There's no way a country elected this man again with the internet, with everything we know. None of this could be real. I reject you wherever the camera is. Not that one. I'll put that one there. There's more cameras in there somewhere. I know. I hope you guys are enjoying the fucking show. It's pretty stressful in here. And then he gonna give healthcare over to RFK Jr. because why not?
We can add a few names like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He came in. And he's going to help make America healthy again.
Is there anything about RFK Jr. that looks healthy or sounds healthy? So yeah, gonna be interesting times, that's for sure. Then RFK Jr. went on MSNBC and talks about how he's going to clear out entire departments at the FDA. You know, the Food and Drug Administration that keeps what we eat safe and the drugs okay to take.
You say clearing out the corruption in your terms. Would that mean clearing out the top level federal service workers that are currently at the FDA and the CDC?
In some categories, I would say.
What does that look like? Yeah.
In some categories of workers, there are entire departments, like the nutrition departments at FDA, that have to go. That are not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients, and you go to Canada and it's got 2 or 3?
Would you eliminate any of the agencies?
I mean, okay. Here's the funny thing. So I don't disagree with what he's saying. Food is much more healthy in other countries, but don't you need regulation for that? Don't you need to have some kind of organization, say, I don't know, the FDA that has rules about that? How are you going to make sure companies have healthier food if there's no organization to regulate them? Is it going to only make things worse? I mean, is it me? I don't get it. I guess I'm not supposed to. I think too much. And remember, Cheryl Hines was going to divorce RFK Jr. if he supported Donald Trump. He cheated on her repeatedly and she was done. Yeah, here she is at Mar-a-Lago. She ain't about fucking nothing. About nothing. See who you are, Cheryl. Larry David's so disappointed. Then we are the dumbest country in the fucking world by far. So, of course, during Trump's victory speech, he had Dana White give a speech, because why not? Dana White, one of the nastiest pieces of shit, literally makes hundreds of millions of dollars exploiting fighters who get CTE, gives them almost nothing. His new Power Slap is like a CTE documentary, paying them next to nothing. So, of course, he's a giant fucking Trump supporter, and this speech really gets to me, folks. This really makes me queasy. Here he is sucking those orange balls and saying that no one deserves to be our president more than Donald Trump because of all the horrible things that have happened to him.
Nobody deserves this more than him, and nobody deserves this more than his family does.
So, like, a billionaire who had $400 million handed to him, who's never done a hard day's work in his life, who's a bully, who's a cheat, who's a fucking thief, who's a con man. There's nobody in America who is better suited to be president than this man. That is the claim you're making?
This is what happens when the machine comes after you. What you've seen over the last several years.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're super fucking rich and you have rich people like Dana White who have your back. You're literally above the fucking law. You're not allowed to prosecute them. You're not allowed to do anything. And if you try, we will demonize you. We'll make you the bad guy while we play the victim every goddamn step of the way.
This is what it looks like. Couldn't stop him. He keeps going forward. He doesn't quit. He's the most resilient, hard-working man I've ever met in my life. His family are incredible people. This is karma, ladies and gentlemen. He deserves this. They deserve it as a family.
Yeah, they deserve it for all the hardships they've gone through, being a billionaire, living in a gold mansion, and having everything handed to you your entire fucking life. He deserves it. And then, of course, since we're the trashiest country on the world, during his victory speech, Dana White gives a shout out to Aiden Ross and the Nelk Boys. You know Aiden Ross, he's the right-wing streamer who all the young kids love, but he's like real racist. Just one of the dumbest people you've ever heard. I played his clips from on the show before. He can't even form a goddamn sentence. Doesn't know what basic words mean. Just the most vile representation of young men that there ever could possibly be. So, of course, during the presidential victory speech, let's give him a fucking shout out.
I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelk Boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, Also with the
Vaughn.
boys, and last but not
Fucking
least,
Theo Vaughn.
the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. You all did it. Here's the good news, though, folks. Now they all have to own. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I was going to say, now they all have to own it. Now all the bad shit Trump's going to do, we can say, well, you voted for this. Well, you are the one that caused this to happen. But the reason it's stupid for me to say that is because if there's one thing I know about Republicans is that they never take responsibility for anything. Whatever they said today, they will say the exact opposite tomorrow and not fucking blink their eyes. So the thought that they would take responsibility for anything they do is incredibly foolish of me to even dream. And then, of course, Jeff Bezos immediately sent a congratulations to Donald Trump, noting that he did not send one to Joe Biden. He sent one to Donald Trump when he won the first time. Didn't send a congratulations to Joe Biden. Now immediately sending one to Donald Trump. So, yeah, obviously the rich circling the wagon. 75% of billionaires came out in support of Donald Trump. The oligarchy rules us. Big congratulations to our 45th and now 47th president on an extraordinary political comeback and decisive victory. Yeah, get fucked. When do we eat the rich, folks? Never, I guess. Then with no hint of irony, what the fuck soever, folks. It's almost hard to believe this is real, but it's not. Fox News bitched that Kamala Harris did not immediately concede the election, that she waited 24 hours to concede. Donald Trump still hasn't conceded the election. He literally committed a coup and tried to overthrow the government instead of conceding the election. No problem with that. But Kamala Harris waits 24 hours, and Fox News is all like,
President Harris will speak tomorrow, and that will be her response to election results. That's all we have from the Harris team, which is really strange. I mean, from a PR perspective, Dan?
No, I also just think it's a shame because I remember when John Kerry did this to George W. Bush in 2004, and you
That's the example she's giving. John Kerry from 2004. Isn't there another more recent example you could give?
Work so hard, and I know that they're disappointed, but you should concede and let your opponent have their election night, and let everybody that's there at Trump, at Mar-a-Lago, where are they? They're in Palm Beach.
They're in West Palm at the convention center.
At the convention center, like let them have their moment without anyone. Like I remember Andy Card had to come in and say, well, yes, we know we won, but we have to wait until John Kerry concedes, and then we all had to traipse back in the next morning and wait, and you don't get that moment. I don't think it's right. And
that's not to say there's not going to be a phone call. There could be a phone call tonight, but she's not going to speak publicly.
If there's a phone call, they have to make it public. And then nobody needs to hear from her. So if I were her, I would do it tonight.
How is this real life right now? No hint of irony whatsoever. Just amazing. And lots of streamers, including myself, did live streams last night. And as Hassan Abbey points out, one of these things is not like the other. Dan Bongino got 515,000 live streamers. Steven Crowder, 460. Hassan Pike did pretty good, 313,000. This douchebag, 280,000. Charlie Kirk, 247,000. Benny Johnson, 206,000. Every single one of these people is a right-winger except for Hassan Abbey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 out of the 10 are right-wingers. How the fuck did this happen? I know how it happened. Money. I know that's the truth. I know it's because they are funded by billionaires. But man, it is so incredible to see the dominance of the right on streaming and social media. I feel so outnumbered. I don't know what we're going to do about this problem of young men being attracted to the right. Now, I understand why young men, teenage boys like right-wing humor, because like it's all racist jokes and jokes against women and trolling stuff that's meant to upset people, and that's when you're young. That's what you think's fucking hilarious, and you know, everybody's so mad at me, and you want attention any way you can fucking get it. Once you get a more life experience, you realize first off that negative attention, it doesn't add anything. It just subtracts from society, and you're doing nothing to help progress society. You're just taking away from it. But beyond that, all those old hacky jokes, racist jokes, misogynistic jokes, I don't find them funny because they're offensive. The reason I don't find them funny is because I am well read and I'm old as fuck, and they've been done to death. I used to like Dice Clay jokes and lowbrow jokes when I was young, and then when I saw so many comedians, when I read so much, you realize that this is the hackiest material. It's so simple. It's so lazy. It's not new. It's rehashed over and over and over again. But when you're young and you're dumb, it's still new and it's funny to you. And a lot of adults like that too, because they have the minds of children still. They haven't broadened their horizons and perspectives by reading a lot or, educating themselves. So I understand that, but I don't know what to do about it. I've tried to be more popular, to build the show up, and I haven't had any success. Whatever it is, I don't have it. Whether it's that I'm too old or whatever. I mean, it's not a talent thing, because I'm not trying to brag, but I've watched Ball Tim Pool's show. I'm way better than Ball Tim Pool. I speak better. I look better than he does. My show is much better produced than his is. So none of this is about meritocracy. It's not about how good you are at what you do. There is some other thing that I just don't have, and I guess I will never have. So I guess we need other young men to put the spotlight on, to rise up to be good role models for these their fellow young men. But I don't know who the fuck is going to be. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I don't know how to change the situation. I hope somebody comes up with fucking something. And then the aftermath of it, folks. Trump will begin operations to deport millions of undocumented immigrants when he starts his term. About to be fascism like hell. Trump will begin operations to deport millions of undocumented immigrants when he starts his term, campaign press secretary Caroline Leavitt. The goal set by Trump campaign is to detain and remove 13 to 25 million people. Can you imagine the abuses that are going to happen? The hell on earth that this is going to wrought on America. They plan to indefinitely detain them across various camps. They're talking about creating concentration camps in our country, y'all, and putting brown people in them. That's what we just voted for. The operation is being called the largest deportation in history, and it is estimated that it will cost around $88 billion tax dollars to complete. The current U.S. prison population is only 1.8 million. It is estimated that they could remove 1 million people per year. Experts estimate families may be rounded up together, including individuals who are not legal, including green card holders or not here illegal, by the way, including green card holders or citizens born to illegal migrants. Future Trump proposals also include backtracking on green cards that have already been granted and exploring legislation to remove the citizens of those born to parents not born. I mean, immigrants, illegal aliens, they pay $19 billion a year into the system. They don't get Social Security. They don't get anything out of it. They just pay into it. They're the backbone of this country. Once you remove these workers, prices are going to skyrocket. We already have a worker shortage. There's going to be fruit left on the vines to rot. Vegetables in the field left to rot. Going to be nobody to do these fucking jobs. It's going to be devastating to our economy, but that's not even the important thing. It's the lives of these people who are just trying to make a better world for themselves and their families. They're hard workers. They're not bothering anybody. They just want to live the American dream, and we're going to round them up and put them in concentration camps, I guess, folks. I don't want to be depressing. I'm sorry. I don't want to be depressing. I don't want to cry about this shit. I don't want to give them the satisfaction to cry, but if it doesn't affect you, the thought of hard-working people just because they're brown being rounded up and put in concentration camps, you are so fucking evil. Because they are not Americans or weren't born here or don't have the fucking genetics you do. You are so fucking evil. I don't know how you live with yourselves. And I feel sorry for the Ukrainians. Fucking President Zelensky having to bow to script of this orange goof. Imagine how he fucking feels. Trump going to let him die. Trump, 100%. It's over for Ukraine. You're going to have to give up your territories to Russia. Russia wins. Russia wins. We voted for Russia. They spent millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to buy our election, and they did it. Now the war is going to be fucking over, and Ukraine's going to lose. They have to give up their territories to Russia. And we lost the Supreme Court for decades, folks. This election is going to have ramifications for the rest of all of our lives, all of us. He already packed the Supreme Court with 3 justices. Now he's going to have a chance to pack it with a couple more. MAGA is going to be ruling us for the rest of our fucking lives, y'all. Ruling on things like abortion and money in politics and the fact if Trump is legally allowed to be a dictator and be above the law, which they've already said he is. Literally the worst case scenario just happened for our country. Russia, Johnny on the spot to admit that Trump's election was useful for us. Yeah, no fucking shit. This is an article from Newsweek. We know you spent hundreds of millions of dollars for a reason. I hope you got your fucking money's worth. I guess you are. And then it just goes to show you, folks, the rich are above the law, especially Donald Trump, Teflon Don. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. Unlike anything I've ever fucking seen, now they're dropping all the charges against him.
We have some news about special counsel Jack Smith, this man right here. Donald Trump said recently that he would fire Jack Smith, quote, within 2 seconds of taking office. Well, we found out that he may not have that opportunity. The reason is that the Department of Justice, where Jack Smith works, cannot prosecute a sitting president. Fox News is told that Jack Smith will be gone from his post as special counsel, meaning the cases will be gone before Trump takes the oath of office at noon on January 20th. This is the documents case, though that was dropped already by Judge Eileen Cannon back over the summer, and it's on appeal, but also this case for Trump's alleged efforts to try to overturn the 2020 election. So given the fact DOJ policy says you cannot prosecute a sitting president, expect Jack Smith's cases to be done. The last case, and I'll end on this, is that Atlanta case that deals with the 2020 elections. That's a local Georgia case we've seen over the last year.
He gets away with everything, folks. He's getting away with everything. Everybody remember how we're all delusional? He's going to go to jail. He's going to get his comeuppance. He's going to jail. I can't wait to watch him die in jail. Nope. He's going to make us die in jail, folks. He's going to come after us. Holy God. And I agree with John Cusick. DOJ dropping all Fed charges against Trump before the inauguration. We don't even have the balls to make him do it himself and use it against him. This would be obeying in advance. Yep. That's how our system is, folks. Obey in advance. The most feckless people in the goddamn world running things. And it's the worst thing that could possibly happen at the worst time it could possibly happen. We need to do something about climate change fucking yesterday. We're already in the red line, way past time to course correct. So, of course, we put the one man in office who's going to do everything he can do to accelerate climate change. Former President Donald Trump's re-election is threatened to worsen global climate change by altering the trajectory of U.S. greenhouse gas emissions, eroding federal climate research and forecasting, and abdicating America's leadership role to global climate negotiations. I guess it's fine, though. I mean, I guess if we're going to destroy the country, might as well take the fucking world with us, right? And yeah, he's got the Senate, he's got the House. Supposedly, I think it's still on the fence, but he might get a supermajority, folks. He's got the Supreme Court with him, and he's got the presidency. He can now do whatever he wants to. There will be no checks, no balances. The Supreme Court has already said he's above the law. The dictatorship is here, folks. That's what America voted for. Literally, America voted to end their own democracy. And let's take a closer look at what we voted for, folks, what the next administration of Trump is going to be like. Seize power with the federal government. That's Project 2025. Implement a national backdoor ban on abortion without Congress and jail healthcare providers. Force you to have your rabies baby, yeah. Pack the Supreme Court with MAGA extremists even more. End climate protections and gut clean energy programs. Reinstate crippling student debt payments. Yep, that's over for sure. Replace nonpartisan government employees with political appointed Trump loyalists, fascists running all the government all across the country. All the people that got arrested on January 6th, all the ones that beat the cops, they're all getting pardoned. Everybody that Trump wants to pardon is going to pardon. All the criminals get pardons now. Elon Musk gets a pardon for all his crimes. Everybody's pardoned. All the worst, most evil people in the world get to crime with impunity now. Abolish the Department of Education. Yeah, make America even fucking dumber. Force states to report women's miscarriages and abortions to the federal government. Yeah, you know, small government. Repeal protections for LGBTQ plus Americans. Reinstate Trump's transgender military ban and expel transgender service members. You know, that's top of their agenda. That's their biggest scapegoat. I didn't think the whole trans thing was going to be as effective as it was. I didn't think just saying trans and woke over again was a good political strategy, but shows you what I fucking know. Worked wonders on goddamn idiots. Cut taxes for the ultra wealthy. Of course, they're going to do that. They're going to push more of the tax burden on the middle class and the poor. Increase tax for the middle class families. He's going to start the money printers again. Donald Trump loves to print money, so inflation's going to be hellacious. Gut Medicare and Social Security, no health care for us. We have minimum as it is, but we'll have less. Eliminate union and worker protection. I mean, that goes without saying. Reinstated, expand Trump Muslim ban, withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement again. End the independence of the Department of Justice and FBI. Turn the Department of Justice and FBI into enforcement arms of the White House. Yep. Lawfare. They accused Democrats of doing it. Now they're really going to do it. Implement and expand book bans. Nazi shit. Line Big Pharma's pockets. The Big Pharma stocks went up hellacious today. We've been trying to lower the prices. We know that's fucking over. They're going to gouge us out the fucking ass. We're going to die for our medication. Ban abortion medication, put limits on contraception access, rip away protections for women's rights to life-saving medical care, go after marriage equality, put immigrants in mass detention camps, rip immigrant children from the arms of their mothers, repeal Medicare's ability to negotiate lower drug prices, let employees drastically cut overtime, replace climate advisors and fossil fuel lobbyists. That's what we're looking at. And the worst people in the world are rewarded heavily. This is what Elon Musk got for his $150 million investment. From Goldman to NVIDIA, all the stock market set records. Elon Musk made $15 billion yesterday. Billion in one day. The stock is up another 14% today, folks. Gone up hellaciously. Look at this. November 5th, it was at 243. It's at 188 now. Went up $48. He's probably made more than 15 billion, probably 20 billion at least by now. Elon Musk, 20 billion in one fucking day. Because we cannot heap rewards on the evil faster in this goddamn country. Been reported that Trump's win is going to cause companies to up their prices. They're already doing it. President-elect Donald Trump readies to return to the Oval Office. U.S. retailers that depend on foreign suppliers are prepared to pass along the cost of his proposal import tariffs to consumers, potentially leading to higher prices for a range of products. America's going to lose between $46 billion and $78 billion in spending power each year on products including apparel, toys, furniture, household appliances, footwear, and travel goods. This whole purpose of this is to make the rich richer, to make us poor, because the richer they are, the more power they have, and the less power we have. The more they are allowed to rule us, the easier they're allowed to rule us. This is the entire purpose of this, folks. To widen the gap between the have and the have-nots, the oligarchs to rule us with no possibility of fighting back. We will have nothing to fight back with. They have everything. We have nothing. And a lot of conversation about why Kamala Harris lost. A lot of people think it was because of Palestine. I tend to agree that was a big part of the reason. I think that was a big part of the reason that Joe Biden got the boot. Yes, he did bad in that debate performance, but it was the genocide, you fucking idiot. And this is the moment a lot of people point to, where the protesters are standing up asking her to stop the child murder, and this is her response.
He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Yep, I'm speaking. Nope, bad response. Bad fucking response. As I told you guys repeatedly on my show, she would rather murder children than be the first woman president of the United States. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. I don't know if they have compromise on her. I don't know. And as Hassan Abbey points out, there were basically 30-plus polls that showed this. Kamala chose not to separate from Biden on the issues and fell spectacularly. In Pennsylvania, 34% of respondents said they would be more likely to vote for the Democratic nominee if the nominee vowed to withhold weapons to Israel, compared to 7% who said they would be less likely. The rest said it would make no difference. In Arizona, 35% said they'd be more likely, while 5% would be less likely. And in Georgia, 39% said they'd be more likely, also compared to 5% who said they'd be less likely. They knew they had the polls. They don't work for us. They work for Israel, y'all. And I agree with Queen Medea from Cold Pink. I guess supporting the slaughter and starvation of Palestinians and having Liz Cheney as a spokesperson was not a winning strategy. Yeah, tour the world more with Liz fucking Cheney and Dick Cheney. You fucking morons. And remember the Democrats walking out of the Democratic National Convention holding their ears as the protesters begged them to stop murdering children? Yeah, there's the Democrats putting their fingers in their ears, these rich motherfuckers, as they leave the Kamala Harris rally. Folks, the Democrats didn't deserve to win. I'm not happy Trump won, but a part of me is happy the Democrats didn't win. Now, did the Democrats deserve to win more than Trump? Yes. Nobody deserves to win less than Trump. But that doesn't mean the Democrats deserve to win because they didn't and they don't. Fuck the Democrats. And this is how goofy it fucking is. This is CNN actually making the case that the problem was Kamala Harris didn't suck Israel's nuts enough.
I think there was this very powerful ad, the Republican Jewish Coalition, that was all over the airwaves. Yeah. A bunch of women sitting around, Jewish women, just saying, I can't stand him, but I felt like we were supporting Israel and we were stronger and we were tougher. And I think that resonates with people.
And then to your point, the ad that came out that was beating Kamala up around fear about Israel not being protected. There was never a response from the campaign on that, which I thought was a big mistake. Amanda Berman from Zionist.
Yeah, let's suck Israel's nuts more. That was the problem. White men, as I was talking about earlier, they were the main instigators of this, the destruction of America. 57% voted for Trump. Even white women, folks, 51%. Remember all the white women were going to save us. White women were going to save us. Nope, nope. White women ain't going to fucking save us, folks. They're not as brainwashed, but pretty fucking close. He got 23% of the black male vote. Holy God. I'm not blaming the black folks, though, folks. Some people want to do that, but no, it was the white folks. The white folks, way, way more to blame. 88% of black women voted for Kamala. Latino men, 45% of Latino men. What the fuck? Just crazy. It's like roaches voting for Raid. And Andrew Yang thinks we should have sucked Elon Musk's dick harder. One of the Dems' biggest mistakes was antagonizing Elon. Shut the fuck up. You get lost already, turkey. Fuck Elon Musk. No matter how much we suck Elon Musk's dick, he wanted those tax cuts. He wanted a weak candidate that he could control. He moved to the right on purpose because he enjoys being worshipped by the dregs of humanity. It doesn't matter how much we suck his dick, you fucking idiot. One of the many things to reflect on is that there is no substantial left-leaning answer to the far-right stranglehold on the media for young men. I agree with this. I don't know what they deleted, but I've already talked about that. And as I've told you guys repeatedly, one of the main problems we have in this country is that our citizenry is dumber than dog shit. Like literally half our population can barely leave the house and tie their shoes. Apparently after the election on Google, did Joe Biden drop out spiked on election night? People went to the polls and were surprised not to see Joe Biden's name on the ballot, folks. This is the level of uneducated voter we're dealing with. Didn't even know who was fucking running. How are you going to fix that? I guess we need to abolish the Department of Education immediately. That'll fix it. Some people are blaming Gen Z. Trump won because Zoomers, specifically the males, the stats show that Zoomer males who voted for Biden literally switched over to Trump because over half of them are incels, and Zoomer females just were less likely to vote. They are literally the first generation to willingly go backwards in every way. Zoomer males are statistically more sexist and racist than boomers. People need to stop blaming boomers for everything and stop hailing Gen Z as the savior generation. They are the worst generation to exist and will actually be the death of American society. I don't know. But I'm no fan of the toxic troll culture that seems to have gripped them all. Over 75,000 of the counted votes were for write-ins for Hawk Tua and Talk Tua, folks. White people are trying to be funny. Hilarious. It's so funny. So funny. You ended the democracy of this country. We're going to put millions of brown people in concentration camps. Hawk Tua, spit on that thing. So funny, America. You're so hilarious. This fucking stupid-ass trash society. Oh, we going to get what we deserve, though, folks. You get the government you deserve. Over here, MSNBC literally becoming the Onion. First off, here's a clip from MSNBC where they seem to be blaming black folks for Kamala losing.
Say really quickly, too, Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men. Right. It's misogyny from black men, things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States. You know, the Democratic Party, I've always found when you're sitting around talking, they love to just sort of balkanize everybody into these separate groups and say, oh, white people don't like women and black people. No, it is time for the Democrats to say, okay, and you and I have talked about this before, a lot of Hispanic voters have problems with black candidates.
Right.
A lot
and
of,
with other Hispanics. You got some that don't like each other. And some of the most misogynist things I've heard going on this Get Out the Vote tour came from black men. I mean, misogynist things. So you're absolutely right. It's not simplistic.
And this is the Onion. Very similar.
Well, votes are still pouring in, still being counted, but it's still a little too early to tell exactly which minority will be the scapegoat in this election. Low African-American turnout, obviously a popular excuse for Democrats, but they just don't have the data that they really need to be able to blame them, at least not yet. Looking to the Republican side, they're looking at Florida, hoping that Latino voters, especially female, come through for them as a viable path to blame for all of their party's shortcomings. But the night is young. Plenty of groups are still out there. You have young voters, old voters, Asian voters, all still in play. Muslims, Cubans, certainly the list goes on. And some minority will be to blame tonight. The only thing we really know for sure at this point is that no matter what happens, it will not be my fault.
Yeah, me either. No white people to blame. We know that's for fucking sure. And I agree, the entire Democratic leadership needs to be fired. Start with Nancy fucking Pelosi and her insider trading ass. I do hope Donald Trump puts her in jail. I do think Donald Trump should put some of these people in jail, to be honest with you. Start with fucking Nancy Pelosi. I'll actually applaud that. And I actually agree with Crystal Ball here, folks. Dem have spent the last 8 years destroying the one movement that could have saved them. Bernie's class-first populism won over exactly the type of voters, Latinos, working class, bros, Joe Rogan, that Dems now repel. Yes, they did. What the fuck happened? The fact that Dems weren't willing to back Bernie Sanders means they should be abolished. Fuck everything about the Democratic Party. And Bernie Sanders came out with his statement, and it's the best statement on this whole issue. New Sanders statement on the results of the 2024 election. Senator Bernie Sanders today released the following statement. It should come as no great surprise that a Democratic Party which has abandoned working class people would find that the working class has abandoned them. First, it was the white working class, and now it is Latino and black workers as well. While the Democratic leadership defends the status quo, the American people are angry and want change, and they're right. Today, while the very rich are doing phenomenally well, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and we have more income and wealth inequality than ever before. Unbelievably, real inflation accounted for weekly wages for the average American worker are actually lower than they were 50 years ago. Today, despite an explosion in technology and worker productivity, many young people will have a worse standard of living than their parents, and many of them worry that artificial intelligence and robotics will make a bad situation even worse. Today, despite spending far more per capita than any other countries, we remain the only wealthy nation not to guarantee health care to all as a human right, and we pay by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. We alone among major countries cannot even guarantee paid family and medical leave. Today, despite strong opposition from a majority of Americans, we continue to spend billions funding extremist Netanyahu governments. All-out war against the Palestinian people, which has led to the horrific humanitarian disaster of mass malnutrition and the starvation of thousands of children. Will the big money interests and well-paid consultants who control the Democratic Party learn any real lessons from this disastrous campaign? Will they understand the pain and political alienation that tens of millions of Americans are experiencing? Do they have any ideas as to how we can take on the increasingly powerful oligarchy, which has so much economic and political power? Probably not. In the coming weeks and months, those of us concerned about grassroots democracy and economic justice need to have some very serious political discussions. Stay tuned, and he's right. As COVID hit and the corporations price gouged us while we were at our most vulnerable, they stuck it fucking to us. Did Joe Biden do anything? Fuck no, he didn't. Did the Democrats do anything to stand up to him? Fuck no, they didn't. They could have done something. They don't give a fuck, y'all. So right on Bernie. Maybe Bernie can stay. All the rest of them got to go, but Bernie can stay. And then Kamala got out there and gave her concession speech. Here's 35 seconds of it.
While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation.
Yeah, I'm over it. Whatever. You're done. Deleted. Belly up, Kamala Harris. Fuck the Coconut Express. I ain't taking no more coconut pills. Hell no. 4 years from now, we got to have a better goddamn candidate. A lot of people are calling for Jon Stewart to run. I don't know if he will, but holy God. I wish he would have run this time. I wish Michelle Obama would have run this time. I wish anybody else would have fucking run. And then if you weren't already depressed enough, folks, the worst people on the planet are gloating. They're celebrating. They're reveling in their evil. They're putting it in our fucking faces. First, Grums, who's a popular, I guess, right-wing gaming streamer. The people I've chosen, they have rejected the woke mind virus. Oh, God. Trump has won the presidency and the popular vote to boot. We have a mandate, gamers. Let's take gaming back. Trump literally has a video talking about banning gaming. How gaming's too violent and it's causing all the violence in this country. What the fuck y'all talking about? I know you don't know anything, but still. Then they're all like, just lose with some pride, man. What the fuck you talking about? You guys stormed the Capitol. Look at these Spider-Man wannabes. Lose with pride? Are you at your goddamn mind? Here's the guy who Trump says he might pick as his attorney general. Mike Davis says, fuck unity. We have the votes and they tried to kill Trump. I guess by they he means Republicans. In a follow-up post, he says, here's my current mood. I want to drag their dead political bodies through the streets, burn them, and throw them off the wall. Legally, politically, and financially, of course. Oh, of course. In Minecraft, he wants to murder us all, folks. I guess this is Trump's future attorney general. Hell yeah. Top representative of America. Super cool. And there's nothing to say about this, but pure evil, folks. They get off on it. This is what young men find funny. The worse you can possibly be, the better they like it, because they're like, oh my God, you're upsetting so many people. This is so funny. Look how much they're crying. Ah. They really think that's hilarious for some reason. I don't know how to reach these kids, but anyway, here's Boogery Nick Fuentes just reveling the fuck in the fact that his cult leader got elected.
The feel when you're totally not pressed. The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
They revel in evil, folks. This kid don't give a fuck about Donald Trump. He just wants to be slime. He just wants to be a bottom feeder because this is what he gets paid to do. This is what they reward, folks. Here he is. Your body, my choice forever. Putting it right in our faces. And you know what? He's right. He's right. This is what America voted for, folks. They voted for men to control your body, women. This is what 51% of white women voted for. 51% of white women voted for this guy to control your body. So, okay. All right. Hey, you voted for it. It's a democracy, right? I'm for democracy. You get what you fucking deserve. Once again, the worst people reveling in it, folks. Kate says, I'm just a girl standing in front of the world asking for a president who isn't a rapist. Request denied, says Andrew Tate, hero to young men all across the goddamn globe. They worship this dude. Andrew Tate, libs. You'll never get through this. You'll never make it. It won't be okay. Don't calm down. Racist jokes will be everywhere. I'll never respect women ever again, like you ever did. Women's rights, LOL. Slaves don't have rights. Panic. Panic a lot more. Cry more. Do something. It's over. Folks, this is why I'm not going to give up, though. Because they're trying to make us give up. They're trying to make us despondent. They're trying to make us feel so hopeless that we lay down. Fuck that shit. I will resist you every goddamn moment of my life until there's no more. Every breath I take will be spent in resistance. All you're doing is making me more resolved. Somebody has to stand up to this fucking evil, and we have an opportunity to do it, folks. It's us. If not us, then fucking who? Who's it gonna be? I volunteer as tribute. Fuck it. Of course, post-election, Trump cultists called to rape and execute Trump's critics. Over on Gab, they're calling to build the gallows. There has to be as many traitors executed as he has days in office. Many, many, many executions are warranted. The dregs of humanity celebrating their victory. And they're also putting in our face that they lied to us the whole time. Matt Walsh, now that the election is over, I think we can finally say that, yeah, actually, Project 2025 is the agenda. LOL. So funny. Hey, yeah, we lied. We lied to win the presidency. We lied to all of you. It's so funny that we're going to do all this evil shit we said we weren't going to do. Isn't it hilarious? But here's the thing. They didn't lie to me. They didn't lie to you. They didn't lie to us because we never believed it anyway. We always knew that Project 2025 was the agenda. He was lying to his own people. And now he's laughing at you guys for believing him. His own fucking people. And you know what? You're still going to follow him. You're still going to lap that shit up. You're going to take it because you're a fucking bitch. This guy lies to you, laughs at you behind your back, right behind your back, to your face. He laughing at you to your fucking face that he lied to you. And you still going to lick his ass because that's who you fucking are. Beyond pathetic. Cucks in every goddamn meaning of the word. Steve Bannon also admitting it. Put that everywhere. Steve Bannon admits Project 2025 is the agenda after Trump wins. We already knew this. We never believed you. Benny Johnson, funded by billionaires, Russian stooge. It is my honor to inform you all that Project 2025 was real the whole time. Yeah, we know. We already knew that. But thank you. Thank you for admitting you're lying fucking pieces of shit who would do anything for power. And yeah, God bless America, says Russell Brand. Dude's not an American. He's not an American citizen. He's from the UK. Just a foreign agent interfering in our politics because he's a rapist, and Republicans love rapists because if you play the religion card, you can get away with fucking anything. He won today, folks. This man won. This man's gloating. And I know to some of you that makes you depressed, some of you that makes you despondent, disheartened, makes you want to quit. Well, buck up, motherfuckers. Hell no. This motherfucker ain't making us quit. This motherfucker making us fight. This motherfucker riling me up. Who's with me? You gonna lay down and let this motherfucker win? I'm not. Hell to the no. Put this motherfucker under the goddamn jail. It's only fucking 4 years. I got more fight in that in me. How about you? And lots of Democrats, angry folks. And I feel it too. I feel it too. I feel the anger. I feel the sadness. Use it to motivate you. But I feel this woman too.
You want to know the worst part about this election is that the people that voted for him, the women that voted for him, the minorities that voted for him, the queer people that voted for him, the transgendered people that voted for him, the poor people that voted for him. By the time that you people realize the decision that you made and the impact that it's had on your life, it is going to be irreversible. I am disgusted with how much we hate women in this country, with how much we still support fucking racism, xenophobia, fraud, rape. Like, I cannot comprehend what I am seeing. I've never been so disgusted in my fucking life, dude. Ever.
But at least we're going to get to have a bunch of posts for lepers eating their faces. A lot of people are going to have post-nut clarity on this one, I can guarantee you. And America voters fucked around and found out.
I won't try to hide it. I'm heartbroken. Heartbroken and scared, to tell you the truth.
I ain't scared.
I still have faith in America.
I ain't got no faith in America. Fuck America.
I know we can do a lot to resist Trump's worst plans. But right now, that's little comfort to the people who are most at risk. Today, millions must now live in fear of being swept up by Trump's cruel mass deportation plan. Documented immigrants, as well as undocumented, and millions of American citizens with undocumented parents or spouses. More Americans now must fear that they'll be forced to give birth or be denied life-saving care during an ectopic pregnancy or miscarriage. Today, America has become less safe for trans people, especially trans kids, who are already at risk of violence and discrimination. Anyone who has already faced prejudice and marginalization is now in greater danger. Trump has also promised to seek revenge against his political opponents. Countless Americans are endangered now on a scale and intensity almost unheard of in modern America. Our first responsibility is to protect these people and resist these forces. In the days to come, I will have more to say about specifically what we can do to resist the Trump-Vance administration, how we can protect the people in harm's way, and how to preserve and reclaim our democracy. Today, I just say that if you are grieving or frightened, you are not alone. Millions of Americans feel the way you do right now. And together, we will comprise the resistance to the forces of authoritarianism.
Yep. We are the resistance, folks. Look at this as an opportunity. The universe has put it in your lap. You now have a chance to be part of the resistance. You have a chance to be a hero, not for just one day, but forever. Because once you're a hero, that fucking shit lasts. And this one breaks my heart.
I said that I would be leaving Twitter within the next 24 hours. But I'm leaving. I can't say anymore. There's no more to say. There's nothing else to say. We lost both houses and the White House. And America. Do you know how many people he's going to pardon now? It's just, there's no stopping him. there's no stopping
I'm going to try. I'm going to keep trying. I'm never going to stop trying. Never.
And frankly, I'm afraid to stay here.
Fuck that. My country. Fuck that.
I'm almost 80 years old.
Young.
I've been fighting since 2017. For what?
I know how you feel.
I actually thought people with live, active brain cells would win.
I did too.
Women would win.
Actually, I didn't really, but
and we lost.
I was hoping.
We lost to the dumb fucks.
Yep.
I love every one of you out there. You've been a part of my life, and I'm going to miss it.
Sad, everybody sad. Just a little cross-section of Americans out there who are angry at this result. This lady kind of spiteful. She says, I hope the male loneliness epidemic eats you MAGA scum alive. I hope you feel a hole in your soul and feel unloved until your dying day. I hope you rot in your deathbed, wondering why women looked at you like you had rabies your whole life as your eyes closed for the last time. I don't hope this. I hope I can reach young men. I hope I can somehow find a way to get through to you. To let you know this is not the path. Hatred, bitterness, racism, misogyny, trolling. It's not the path. It doesn't add anything to our country. It just detracts from it. There has to be a way to reach them, to be a good male role model, to show them a different path. There has to be. There has to be somebody who can do it. If it's not me, there's got to be somebody I can back up and support who can do it. I ain't fucking giving up, though, and I ain't wishing them ill will, too. This is just pushing them away, in my opinion. I understand the anger. Especially when they voted away your bodily autonomy. I understand the fucking anger. But we still got to reach them because we need them. Because at the end of the day, hopefully it's still going to be a democracy. We're going to need a coalition of people on our fucking side. So I love you, young men. If you voted for Trump, I still love you. I'm disappointed in you. I think you made the wrong decision. I think you made a decision that's going to hurt a lot of people. It's going to hurt our country a lot. I really think that. But I still love you. I know you... I know most of you got to have some good inside of you. And there's got to be a way to reach in and find it. I'm going to keep trying. And I agree with Zach Lambert. He was the worst president in history, and when he got voted out, he tried to stage a coup, then he stole the national secrets and sold the ones he didn't store in the bathroom. He was convicted fraud, found liable of sexual assault, and convicted of 34 felonies. He's $500 million in debt, owned by God only knows who, and the biggest national security risk in the nation it's ever had. But at least he's not a black woman, right? At least he's not a black woman, so we dodged a bullet there. And it's just absolute hypocrisy at its finest, even after 34 felonies, even after 2 impeachments, even after inciting an insurrection, even after trying to overthrow an election, even after being found guilty of sexual assault, even after promising to use the military against his detractors. Trump gets 81% of the white evangelical votes, because of course he does. Religion is the most evil force in human history. All it does is control people, con them into voting against their own best interests. Yeah, I blame them, but I still think somebody reached me, you know. I was the biggest Christian in the fucking world. Somebody reached me. Surely there's a way we can reach these people, y'all. I ain't ready to give up on them yet. And Weasel Ass David Packman pointing out what I also have discovered. As we speak, progressives are tuning out due to understandable despondency over last night's results. I won't speak about others, but I've lost 10,000 YouTube subscribers overnight. When the right loses, they fund operations like Turning Points, invest in media, etc. If we abandon now, we see total control to absolute lunatics. Not a good idea, and that's how I feel about everybody who messaged me and said they were unsubscribing, said that they were tuning out. You're quitting. I understand it. better than anybody. It's been my whole life for 7 years, 8 years. I understand. But don't quit. This is not the time to fucking quit. This is the time to double down and fight goddamn harder. Otherwise, these sacks of shit really win. They really win. If we all lay down and just let them do it, they really win. That's what they want us to do. They want to steal us heart. They want to break us, folks. You gonna let these motherfuckers break you? You gonna let Joe Rogan break you? You gonna let Russell Brand break you? You gonna let goddamn Elon Musk break you? Fuck no! Fuck no! I might be broken by somebody someday, but it won't be these motherfuckers. I can assure you of that. Alex Cole had the same experience. I lost 8,000 followers in the last 24 hours. What is happening? It's Democrats are giving up. Progressives are giving up. People taking their ball and they're going fucking home. It's not the right move. It's not the right move to do that, folks. I get it, but it's not the right way to go with this. We can't lay down and do nothing and not oppose them. That's what they fucking want. And then apparently this is Jimmy Carter meeting Trump to congratulate him. Yeah. Well, good old Jimmy. Good old Jimmy there. I understand, Jimmy. Go out like a boss. And I don't know what the fuck's going on, folks, but apparently 3.8 million people in California voted to keep slavery legal. In California, just what the fuck is happening? Oh, my God. So apparently they had a bill, basically, that was going to outlaw forced prison labor. They lock you up. No telling them why they're locking you up. You're guilty or not. And then they force you to work for peanuts while rich people take all the profits. California was like, hey, that's slavery with extra steps. Maybe we shouldn't do that. So, yeah. California, I guess, is fine with the slavery with forced prison labor. So even the most liberal, progressive parts of our country still are Republican, basically. This whole goddamn country is right-wing. And it's fucking terrifying. But if there's one silver lining I can find, if there's one good story that I can share with you guys, it's this one. At least billionaire Trump cultist who owns Home Depot, the founder, Bernard Marcus, died just hours before Donald Trump was declared the winner of the presidency. He did not live to see it, folks. Mr. Toupee here, who's done everything he can to push cultism, died before he could see his dream realized. And good. Enjoy non-existence. I guess you don't hear me, and you never will, so whatever. Deleted, belly up. And folks, that is my election coverage for tonight. That's all I got. I'll have more for you on Friday. As more of the fallout happens, I'll be sure to come hang with you guys and cover it. Still got a short religious bullshit coming up, and we're going to finish out with a real short Free Palestine tonight, a few updates on the Palestinian conflict. So if you want to get your super chats in, now is a great time. Well, let's move along. Here's a very short. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for religious bullshit. Boom goes the dynamite, and you're going to be shocked, folks. Guess who's raping y'all's children? MAGA evangelical leader who warned of sexually deviant LGBTQs charged with child porn possession. What? A Christian? Child porn? No way. How is... Okay, yeah, it's a day of the week that ends in Y. I guess that's how. And I like this one, folks. Good liars. Now that I think about it, this clip might be old. I don't give a fuck anymore, y'all. All the rules are out the window. Anyway, how you get a Christian to run away with one simple question?
We need to abolish abortion, no exceptions.
So this says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And that's from the Bible?
Yeah, from Jeremiah 1. Right. So God knows these babies in the womb. He has a purpose and a destiny for each child. They shouldn't be killed.
Didn't he kill all the firstborn sons in Egypt?
I think I'm done.
I think I'm done. I'm not going to allow myself to think about that. That is a slippery slope. Do not tell me about facts and logic coming from the Bible. I will not hear it. We are done here, sir. And then one more on a religious bullshit tonight. This guy won, folks. This guy's reveling in Trump's victory. And this is the theocratic plan for America.
Before I was ever born, because of the 19th Amendment, the way I see it is half of my household vote was stolen from me, and my loving, godly, wonderful wife, what we're practicing is not hypocrisy. What we're practicing is restitution. My loving wife said, wicked people stole half of your vote, husband, and I would like to give it back to you. So there you go. So we voted for Donald Trump before I was ever born.
Yay! Only one person should be able to vote per household, folks. The men's are in charge. This is why we fight, folks. You want this guy to win? You want this guy to take your vote away from you, force you to be a slave to your husband's will? Hell no, you don't. We're sad. We're sad. We're going to lick our wounds. We're going to be sad. It's no problem being sad, right? Normal. You should be sad. It is sad what happened. It's sad. You should shed tears. I have. I will. I am. But is it going to make me give up? Fuck no, it's not. Fuck no, it's not. Motivation. It should be motivation. This motherfucker should motivate you. Never give up. Never surrender. And that's my religious bullshit for tonight. Dude beats his kids for sure. Yeah, and his wife too. No doubt about it. Allegedly. I wish we could all get together in real life. Every time I try to do that, it never works out. I don't think I'm popular enough, unfortunately. I wish I had it like that, but I ain't been able to build it up like that, unfortunately. So whatever. What are you going to do? But I would like to tell you guys, like, if something is able to be put together, I'll show up for sure. I would love to hang out with you guys. I would love for you guys to hang out together, more importantly. I think you guys having camaraderie together is much more important than anything that involves me. And it's the community that makes this place so great. The being there for each other. I see you guys in the comments, supporting each other, having each other's back. That shit means a lot to me. That shit, like, that's half of the reason I do the fucking show, to be honest with you. All right, buck up, Dusty. Let's go ahead and finish this shit out with some... Oh, God, no, I forgot. I didn't replace the song yet. Oh, God.
Zionists can lick my balls.
Okay, I mean, they can, though, to be honest with you. I mean, it's true, even though that's sort of inappropriate still. Apparently, there is a big upheaval in Israel right now. Netanyahu decided to fire his defense minister, Yoav Gallant. So basically, these two guys are incredibly powerful figures in Israel. And I guess to get along, they decided to have like a coalition government together. Even though they're sort of rivals, they're going to work together to genocide the Palestinian people. They're going to find common ground in hatred and child murder. But I guess the honeymoon's over because Netanyahu just fired this guy and replaced him with somebody else. And people in Israel are pissed. Oh, no, you don't fire our lead terrorist. They're in the streets. Look at all these murder camp terrorists. Like, hell no, we love that guy. We was killing all kinds of children with him. Breaking, the situation is now exploding in Israel with reports of potential military coup against Netanyahu following Gallant's dismissal. Do it. Do it. They won't do it, though. Nothing good ever happens, but, you know, it'd be nice. Definitely would be nice. And then, lest you think Donald Trump is going to be any better, here's an Israeli soldier congratulating Donald Trump on his victory by shooting at people's home in Gaza.
This is on the occasion of Donald Trump's presidency.
He sure sounds American to me, doesn't he? Huh? Weird how that is.
God bless America. God bless Israel.
Every bullet he just fires like $100. Like $100 a round. He just fired like $400 for no fucking reason. But yay, America, we're the best. This is why other countries are interfering in our elections and trying to cheapen us Tear us down, folks. And Palestinians will not be allowed to return home in northern Gaza, say the IDF. Oh, really? Shocker. Oh, so ethnic cleansing then? Yeah, it's ethnic cleansing. They're just admitting to it. We already knew this. They're not going to be allowed to go anywhere in Gaza eventually. Unfortunately, one of the repercussions of Donald Trump's win, and I hate to say this, I'm not being flippant about it, is the end of Palestine. Palestine is over, folks, in my opinion. They're going to either genocide the rest of the Palestinian people or displace them and take all their land. I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump had a hotel on the beachfront property in Palestine, probably paid for by taxpayer dollars. We'll probably pay for Donald Trump. I mean, this time he looted the coffers last time, made so much money ripping off America last time, and now he knows the Supreme Court has ruled he's above the law. Now he knows that everybody knows exactly who he is, and they still vote him president. He can do anything. The goddamn gloves are off. So yeah, he'll probably have a giant building made of gold in Palestine. Not going to give up, though. Not going to give up. And then this guy who is the representative for Israel in America went too bad against children and their evil cartoons.
Yesterday, I have exposed that at the main entrance of the UN placed an exhibit of a drawing full of...
Oh, no! Look at that evil! It's watermelon! Look, it's a dove! A dove of peace over the U.S. and the words peace everywhere. What?
Hatred against Israel.
Hatred! It's hatred, y'all! Some kid drew a watermelon and a dove of peace. Anti-Semitism. Hatred. I hope he stands up and does something about this.
Full of hatred against Israel. I demanded that the UN would remove this exhibit, and today they did it.
Oh, good! You sure showed those kids who want peace. You're definitely the good guys. Thank you, Israel. Just how is this fucking real life, y'all? This is so stupid. This whole fucking thing is so stupid. But big shout out to UN reporter Francesca Albanese, who had the perfect answer when she's added the bullshit loaded question if she thinks Israel has the right to exist.
Do you believe that Israel has a right to exist?
Israel does exist. Israel is a recognized member of the United Nations. Besides this, there is not such a thing in international law like a right of a state to exist. Does Italy has a right to exist? Italy exists. Now, if tomorrow Italy and France want to merge and become Ita-France, fine. This is not up to us.
Right.
What is enshrined in international law is the right of a people to exist. So the state is there, the state of Israel is there, is protected as a member of the United Nations. Does this justify the erasure of another people? Hell no. Not 75 years ago, not 57 years ago, surely not today. Where is the protection of the Palestinian people from erasure, from annexation, from illegal occupation and apartheid? This is what we need to discuss.
Man, you got motherfucker. Sit your ass down. Shut the fuck up. But if there's one good thing to come out of this whole goddamn bullshit, it's at least these people have been fired. I don't know if Kamala Harris is going to bring them into her administration or not, but the most evil sacks of shit working for Joe Biden, Butcher Biden. Imagine saying this shit with a straight face, y'all.
The humanitarian situation in Gaza. Name me one more nation, any other nation, that's doing as much as the United States to alleviate the pain and suffering of the people of Gaza.
Any of them, literally any of them except for Israel. Every country in the world except for Israel is doing more than the United States to ease the pain of the Palestinians and the Gazans. You know why? Because they're not funding it. They're not sending the goddamn bombs. They're not training the soldiers, building the missile systems. The fuck you talking about, you goddamn evil ghoul?
You just can't.
Yes, I can.
The United States, through President Biden, is leading the effort to get Trump.
He's funding it. He's paying for the bombs. He's doing the genocide, the butchering. He's a child murderer. You're all incredibly evil sacks of shit who should be tried in The Hague for war crimes.
Food, water, medicine, and fuel into the people of Gaza. Wait. Name another nation. That's doing as more than the United States.
Russia doing more. North Korea doing more. Iran, all of them. Everything. Everybody.
To get hostages out or to get foreign nationals out of Gaza. You can't do it. And name another nation that is doing more to urge the Israeli counterparts,
all of them,
our Israeli counterparts,
100%,
to be as cautious and deliberate as they can be.
I can't even listen anymore, folks. At least they lost. At least if you find some silver lining, they didn't deserve to win. We can confidently say goodbye to the Goebbels of Gaza, the grinning ghoul, got smiling continuously while he justifies child murder under the butcher Biden regime. This is why they lost, folks, because they didn't deserve to win, because they're fucking evil. And good goddamn riddance. If I never see that fucking face again, unless it's being tried for something, I'll count my blessings. And that's my Palestinian coverage, folks, for tonight. And I got one more story to share with you guys to finish us off with. Going to finish us off with the happy ending, something sort of funny. I guess it's funny. This story I read today. Apparently, they sent a bunch of North Koreans over to Russia to fight against the Ukrainians. Why wouldn't they do that? And apparently, why the North Korean soldiers were over in Russia, they had unfettered access to the internet, and they all got addicted to porn. So, yeah, that's what happens when you get unfettered access to the internet. You whack it until you can't whack it no more. Welcome to the West, even though it's not North Korea. Hope you enjoyed it before you die. And that is my show for tonight. We did it, folks. Going to do a quick kitty party here. I'm going to read all the super chats, but if you bail out, please hit the like button. Please leave comments. Very important for leave comments. And if you watch the video, the whole thing, or leave it in the background playing, the algorithm loves that. It loves watch time. So all of that would be very helpful. But most importantly, could you consider clicking on the description of the video and click on the very first link and going and sign up to my Patreon account? I'm very outnumbered here. I really... For what I put into the show, I'm making about minimum wage probably. And it's really hard to pay for the animal sanctuary and everything and get by and do this. And I'm competing with billionaires. Like, I'm competing with Elon Musk and everybody he funds. And I feel really outnumbered. So, like, if you want to fight back and help, please consider signing up my Patreon and chipping in. It really meant a lot to me. And I thank you. And all right, let's read the super chats before the kitty party. How we do tonight? Rebecca, hey, road to the show. Love Rebecca. I missed Monday's show. What? Did you miss Tuesday's show too, Rebecca? Due to not my fault car accident. All right, well, I guess that's a good excuse. I'm okay. Well, I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. And then 11/5/24 happened. What happened to 11/5/24? I was scared of this outcome, which drove me to a phone banking gaslight myself at the same time. Hey, all you can do is try, right? All you can do is the best you can, and then whatever happens, at least you know that you did everything you could, and then be okay with that. You can only control what you could control. Everything else, you shouldn't fret about too much. Thank you, Rebecca. Everybody love to Rebecca. BBC, hell Satan. Resist, but not like Democrats. We need to get down and dirty like the other side. Love you all, family. Love you, BBC. Good to have you here. Not yes. We need to take the gloves off. Not we. I'm already taking the fucking gloves off. Democrats need to be fired, and we need to get new people in there. They're not goddamn pussies. Doug, $2. Thank you for risking to show your face with MAGA nuts. I ain't fucking worried about no MAGA nuts. You motherfuckers should be way more afraid of me than I am of you. Fuck around and find out. Thank you, Doug. Cool Water Studios, $10. Love you to death, Dusty. You make life worth living. Hey, I do what I can. Thank you for supporting the show. You helped me to do this, and so it means a lot. Venture Van, $10. What up, Venture Van? You didn't say nothing. And you ain't got to, sexy motherfucker. Scholar King, $2. I appreciate you, Dusty, and feel the exact same. I appreciate you, Scholar King. Thank you for chipping in. Keep up the fight, brother. I will, as long as I'm able to. As long as I can afford to pay for my cats to have cat food and dogs have dog food and pay for their medical care and flea treatment and feed myself. I'm going to do this shit forever, and thank you for supporting it. Kate Morgan, $10. Dusty, you have worked so hard for us. Please don't check out. I'm not. Have a doctor's appointment next week to talk about antidepressants. First time in my adult life. I use weed for that. And you know what I like? I like Michelob Light. Michelob Light is it's actually pretty good. It's the best beer in my opinion. It's only got 95 calories. I don't mean to sound like a commercial, but helps me. Not that I would ever drink that, mind you. I definitely was not drinking that during the show yesterday. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate it. Sedona Rose, $5. Thank you, Dusty, for bringing us together and inspiring us to keep fighting. I love you, my friend. Hey, I love you back, Sedona Rose. As I always say, we are in this together. And I really think together we can overcome anything. So let's keep fighting. Keep fighting the good fight, Dusty. I will be for Brett. I ain't giving up, and thank you for helping me. Pitch Hatching, $50. Very generous. Gonna give you my sexy voice. I've been subscribed to you from the beginning, Dusty. I'm with you to the end. Let's make an underground resistance like in World War II. I'm fighting with you, the Mendez and the DSPs until the bitter end. Hell yeah! Fight, fight, fight. That's what we're going to do, folks. We're just getting started. I've only been doing this show for 7 goddamn years. I got at least 40 years left in me. At least fucking 40 years. Let's fucking do this for 40 goddamn more years. Hey, if we're still losing in 40 years, fuck it. We'll just all drink some Kool-Aid together. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Appreciate you, Pidgeck. Fred Wicks, $3. Wow, I have no more words. Yeah. Me either. Get it? Ha, ha, I paused. Anyway, I got plenty of words for all of us, though. Fuck all this bullshit. Thank you for supporting, Fred. Carolyn McMichael, I will never quit fighting. Me. I'm right along with you, Carolyn. True patriots fight for their country to the bitter end, right? You don't just abandon it. You stay. You fight for the people. Do what you got to do. Gosley Marshmallow, I know this is disheartening and scary. Today, the earth spins on a strange and terrifying new axis, but you have a gift, and you must never give it up for anyone. If you do nothing else, know you are our muse. We love you. I appreciate it. Like, I do think I have a talent for this, and I'm very cognizant about trying to use my talent to better the world. And, you know, I hope that doesn't sound too braggadocious, but like that's the way I feel. I feel like you have to do that, and I hope I'm doing that to the best of my ability. And thank you for Gats Marshmallow. That means a lot. Demon X plays $20. Dusty, I promise you a donation when I got my first paycheck. You deserve it. Now more than ever, fighting the good fight. Signing back up to your Patreon. Hero shit. Thank you. F Trump, stay safe. Anti-Tifa for life. I do have a note you guys are going to like. There's no after party tonight. I didn't have time to put it together. I was really busy today putting the show together and trying not to cry. So Friday I'll have one for you. This is the first after party I've not done in like, I don't know, months. So forgive me, but I'll make it up to you on the next show. And thank you, Demon X Plays. I really appreciate you. Thank you for sending out my patron. I will make up the after party on the next show. You rock. Tristan Kennedy, $5. I am eating fast food alone in my car in an empty dark parking lot while it is raining. I am not holding up good. Hey, I love being in the car when it's raining. The pitter patter of the rain on the roof. It's very soothing. And fast food's good. And you're not alone, man. Or Tristan, whoever. I don't know. I want to misjourney you. But you're not alone. We're in this together. It's all like we're right there in the car for you eating that fast food, listening to the rain, brother. So, chin up. We just getting started. Simulation theory is real. The computer is broken. Somebody patch it quickly, please. Reboot this bitch. Jupe, $20. Dollar bills, y'all. Hell yeah. Watch it falling for me. Make it rain, Jupe. I love the way that feels. Dollar bills. Keep on falling for me. I love the way it feels. We fucking tried. It's a paradigm shift. Yeah, we still trying. We ain't giving up. Appreciate you, Jupe. Shelly Stevens, $2. Sunday, my people. Hell yeah. Power fist of that. Shelly. Blade Valiant, 546. Yeah, I'm afraid for my Hispanic wife. You know, Dusty, they aren't going to care to figure out who is legal and illegal. Man, I feel you. I understand why that's very scary for you, and that's why I'm continuing to fight. You know, that's why we're all continuing to fight. 5 free tickets from Lee. Hell yeah. Now, no after party tonight, but the next show there will be an after party, and these free tickets give you a whole month worth of after parties. So if you got a ticket, show up at next show's after party and give Lee your love. Thank you, Lee. You rock. 10-year DACA recipient here. I'm future is done. Yep. No more of that, I guess. Immigrants are the blood of this country, so I guess we're going to just die, I guess. Fredericks, $5. I didn't want to believe, but this is America. Read The Barn, The Secret History of Murder in Mississippi. All right, thank you for the recommendation. I haven't read that, but I will Google it. Appreciate you, Fred. Papa Mark, $10. Thank you for being a little beacon of hope in this darkness. Apes together strong. Let's give them hell. Hell yeah. They can depress us. They can beat us down, but they can't make us stop. They can't make us quit. Thank you, Papa Marks. I appreciate it. YT Wonder, 50 pounds. Take me to Pound Town. This town line sucks ass. It is crazy. We do definitely live in interesting times. I'll keep watching the best show in the world, though. Thank you for your service, Dusty. Thank you. That's very generous. I appreciate the large donation, $50, and means a lot, YT Wanderer. I appreciate you. Blazing Chronic, Blazing. I was up at 3 a.m. watching the polls. I'm just devastated. I gave up after my 2-hour show last night. The writing was already on the fucking wall. I didn't have no more hopium. I knew the way it was going. I already figured that's what it was going to begin with. Like I said, I was trying to prepare you guys because I was pretty sure Trump was going to win. I was holding out hopium and copium and trying to be like not a downer. I was trying to give you guys fucking hope and fire you up because that's the way to get people to vote anyway. If I'm downer from the very fucking beginning, it's just going to make things worse. But I definitely feared this and let you guys know that I had those fears and hopefully you were a little bit better prepared because of it. Eric RPG, I won't be watching politics for 4 years. This country is a shadow. Good luck, Dusty. I understand, but don't give up, Eric. That's what they want you to do. If you do that, they're going to win. Like, I understand, brother, but you want Russell Brand to win? You want Joe Rogan to fucking win? I don't. Don't let them break you, man. Don't let them break you. Take some time off. Take a break. It's fine. But after you recharge yourself and you realize that giving up is not the answer, come back and we'll be here for you. We get the next battle ready. Villegi, $5, $10. I feel you, Dusty. Appreciate you, Villegi. I know a lot of you guys are with me. We're all kindred spirits. Anthony Cannon, got to get my and my family's passport ASAP before it's illegal. Don't leave. Don't leave. This is our fucking country. Stay and fight. Little Eyed, $5. Cry. Yeah, it's sad. It's okay to shed tears. Shed big manly fucking tears for this fucking country. We need it. A horrible thing has happened. A horrible thing. It's like a death. Worse than a death in the family. Agent Orange, lots of trolls tonight. I'm not surprised. I ain't seen any of them because I ain't been reading it, but let them troll. Like, if that's what they need, like, they're so pitiful. They're so sad. Imagine being them. Like, that's what I tell people all the time about my enemies. Like, being them is punishment enough. There's nothing I can do to them that's worse than having to wake up every morning and look in the mirror and realize that they are them. You can't imagine how awful that must be, and that's why they're trolling. Because that's all they fucking got to build themselves up, to make themselves feel better, is to try to tear other people down. It's pitiful. I just want to give them a fucking hug. I don't hate you. I feel bad for you, man. It ain't the way to be, and I'm sorry that you feel that bad about yourself. I'm sorry that that's the only thing you had to bring you happiness and joy. There's better ways, though, man. There's better ways. I hope you people wake up and realize that. And thank you, Agent Orange. You are a hero. I appreciate you. The $5, that's a woman. I feel so betrayed by all women who voted for this monster. We fought so hard for our rights. Now we're going backwards. Fuck this. I know, right? 51% of white women sold you out. But, 49% didn't. A lot of them didn't vote, so just try to keep a stiff upper lip. But I understand why it's so depressing and upsetting. I don't believe there's another election in 4 years. So the one good thing about Donald Trump is that he is feckless, that he's incompetent, that the vast majority of the things that he tries fail miserably. That's why he's bankrupted himself so many times. So the good news is I think he will fail at being a dictator. I think he will fail at trying to overthrow the government. I don't think he's smart enough to pull it off. I don't think they have what it fucking takes. I think they'll try. But I think just like he did last time, he will fail a fucking again. And I will do everything I can to make sure that happens, and a lot of people will. And if it happens, it happens. But it won't happen without any opposition, because I will oppose it, and so will you guys. A lot of us will. Jeff Klein, Dusty is expressing my rage. Anger is the correct emotion. Sadness is the correct emotion. But also, it should put a fire in your belly. I know it did mine. Thank you, Jeff. Great Big Rands, $10. When it comes down to it, Americans will throw whatever they need under the bus just because they won't cheat necessities. There has never been an animal better at killing than the white man. And I think the white man's bloodlust has just sparked up again. White folks are sharpening their teeth and champing at the bit. They're scared that they might become the minority. And man, when the white man is put in the corner and feels threatened, it's terrifying consequences. That's for goddamn sure. The fuck, California, you're supposed to be a haven state. Yeah, right. Everywhere in this country's fucked, though, even the progressives. Welcome to Dust Buddies. Daniel Stovall, spam the chat with impunity. You got customized emojis, use them. Nathan Sedjai, $5. What part of Project 2025 do you think will be enacted? I think he will fire civil servants all across the country and replace them with sycophants. It'd be, tax cuts, mass deportations. That's exactly what they're going to do, right? They're already talking about it. Concentration camps, that kind of stuff. They're already talking about doing that, so it seems pretty obvious. That's where they're going to start with. Thanks for the question. Kim, $10. Reports say Trump is going to hire Lex Friedman as foreign secretary. Oh, great. The guy who said Israel should control Gaza and South Lebanon, stop Arabs from voting. Arabs, I say Arabs, people get mad at me. Arabs from voting in Israel and increase taxes on the West Bank. Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump's definitely not going to be better. He's going to be worse every fucking possible way. That's why I think Palestine is over. I tried, though. Django Fett, 1 ticket. Hell yeah, thank you, Django. Appreciate you. And last but not least, V. Appreciate the hell out of you, Dusty. Appreciate the hell out of you, V. And everybody that donated now, it means a lot. Thank you guys for being part of the resistance and helping me keep the lights on around here. Feed my animals. I'll do this forever as long as I can afford to do it, so it really means a lot. And, all right, folks, that's it. That's my time. We're going to be back Friday, probably. Probably, I would guess, Friday. So be sure to tune into the world's greatest show. Leave comments. Tell your friends. Do all of the things. Join my Patreon. Very important. But now, let's see who shows up for the kitty party. Kitty party! Kitty party! We want some kitty treats! Kitty treats! Ah, hell yeah. Pretty boy Johnny on the spot. Tonight, we have the 2 kittens, Precious and Piper. And as usual, the 2 little assos, my pretty boy and my half stash. These little kittens love these 2 boys. They're like boyfriend and girlfriend. They're all over them. They smitten kittens. It's really cute. You guys keep a stiff upper lip out there. I know it's horrible. Okay, oh, wrong button. God damn it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wrong. You guys keep a stiff upper lip out there. I know it's sad. Take time to cry. Take time to scream. Take time to be angry. Take time to be afraid. All of that is completely valid. But then when you process those emotions, take time to get angry. Take time to want to fight. And then prepare to fight, because we're going to fight, folks. There's still plenty of ball to be played, y'all. We survived Trump the first time. We will survive Trump this time. We defeated him before. We will defeat him again. So don't give up. Don't panic. And I'll see you guys Friday. I love you guys. Good night. I forgot Swaggering Cat. Okay, I must have forgot something. Let me go look. Scroll up. Where's Swaggering? Oh, I did. I'm sorry, it didn't show up, Swaggering Cat. That's a big one, too. Fucking awesome. Thank you for reminding me, whoever said that. Though the pharaohs have nothing clever to say due to circumstances, they're sharpening their claws. They send their regards. As always, you're a hero, Swaggering Cat, and scritches to the pharaohs. I'm sorry I didn't pull your thing up. That sucks. But very generous, and you rock. Thank you, brother. See you Friday. No after party tonight. I'm sorry, I ran out of time today. Hopefully Swaggering Cat is around still to hear my message to him. I hate when people donate very generously and then it doesn't show it to me and I miss it. Love you, Swaggering, if you're on here. Good night.